grade 10 students, welcome to our Math 10 class. And for today's video, we're going to discuss about probability of events, okay? So obviously, para sa video na ito ay magsisimula na po tayo ng pagko-compute ng probability ng mga given events, okay? So ano ba, to be specific, yung makikita natin sa video na ito? So yung first two po, na pag-uusapan natin is using yung counting techniques na na-discuss natin dun sa mga nakaraang linggo to find the probability of a given event. And then the other one is to find the probabilities using the unions and complements of your given event. Okay? So aside from that, pag-uusapan din po natin sa mga susunod yung pag-compute ng tinatawag natin na conditional probability at yung independence po ng ating mga given events. Okay? So let's start with a review on how to get the probability of a given event. So nung tayo po ay grade 8, napag-usapan na po natin yung pagkuha ng probability ng isang simple event. Okay, so alam natin ang probability, we're talking about the chance na mangyayari po ang isang event or ang isang bagay. Okay, so let's try to get the probability of the following events. So the first one is getting a 5 when rolling a fair die. So yung atin pong experiment dito is mag-roll po tayo ng die. So kailangan alam natin yung sample space natin para doon. And then yung atin pong event na tinutukoy is yung makakuha po tayo ng 5. Okay? So from that, alam natin if we get the probability, we just have to get the cardinality of your event A, kung ano man yung event na given sa atin, over the cardinality of your sample space or yung ating experiment. So start tayo sa ating sample space. So kapag po tayo ay nag-roll ng isang die, alam natin na ang posible lumabas ay numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the cardinality of that is equal to 6. So that will be our denominator. At para naman sa numerator, yung cardinality ng event na nagpe-favor doon sa ating given. So you have getting a 5. So ilan lang ba ang 5 doon sa ating sample space? So isa lang po yun. So the answer for this one is 1/6. Okay, so that's the probability na makakakuha tayo ng 5 kapag nag-roll po tayo ng isang fair die. Okay, so sana nare-recall na natin. Proceed tayo sa ating second given. So getting a perfect square when rolling a fair die. So still, yun pa rin yung experiment natin. Mag-roll tayo ng isang die. So hindi po mababago yung denominator natin na 6. Again, that represents the cardinality of our sample space. And then this time, yung ating pong event is getting a perfect square. So ibig sabihin nun, yun daw pong kaya nating kuhanan ng square root ng walang remainder. So we have 1. So the square root of 1 is 1. And then we also have 4. The square root of 4 is equal to 2. So meron po tayong dalawa na answers mula dun sa ating sample space. So our answer is 2/6. Pero lagi po nating dapat i-simplify. So our final answer is equal to 1/3 or 1/3. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating third na given. So this time, getting an even number when choosing a number from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So obviously, ang experiment po natin is mag-choose tayo ng number mula dito sa set na ito. Okay, so ilan lang ba itong numbers na ito? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yung 7 na yon ang magiging laman or magiging cardinality ng atin pong sample space. Kasi doon lang po tayo pipili. And then sa ating numerator, sabi daw getting an even number. So ang mga even numbers dito ay we have 2, we have 4, we have 6, and we have 8. Okay, so lahat ng yon ay 4. That's why our answer for number 3 is 4/7. Let's move on with our fourth given. So this time, getting a red card when choosing a card from a standard deck of cards. So nagbigay na naman po tayo ng mga examples nito nung pag-choose ng card from a standard deck of cards. So yung total po ng ating standard deck of cards ay 52. Okay? Tapos, ang ating pong numerator dapat ay cardinality ng ating event. Ang event po natin is getting a red card. Alam natin, ang red cards natin ay diamond and heart. So, kada suit po natin ay meron tayong 13 cards. So, 13 plus 13. So, meron po tayong 26 na red card. Okay? And if we simplify that, ay equal lamang po yan sa 1/2. And then the last para dito sa ating review, so getting a queen when choosing a card from a standard deck of cards. So again, ang atin pong denominator ay equal lang sa 52 kasi yun po yung dami ng ating cards sa standard deck of cards. At ang atin naman pong numerator is the cardinality of our event. Sabi dyan, getting a queen. Okay, so alam natin, meron po tayong 4 na suits para sa isang standard deck of cards. At kada suit po ay may isang queen. So, ang atin pong numerator dito ay equal lang sa 4. And if we simplify 4 over 52, so the common factor is 4. So, magkakaroon lang po ako ng 1 over 13 as our final answer para po dito. Okay, so kung napapansin nyo po, lahat po ng answers natin ay sinusulat natin in fraction. Kasi yun po yung pinakamadaling paraan para po makapagbigay tayo ng probability. Okay, so may encounter natin sa other examples natin later on na meron tayong decimal. So okay lang po yun kung gano'n naman po yung given sa ating problem. Okay, pero pinakamadalas po, fraction form natin sinusulat yung probability ng isang event. So after nating ma-recall kung paano kumuha ng probability ng isang pangkaraniwang event, punta na tayo dun sa ating mga agenda para sa araw na ito. So una, gamitin daw natin yung counting techniques na natutunan na natin para po makakuha tayo ng probabilities ng mga events. Okay? So again, yung counting techniques natin, it's either multiplication, counting principle, addition, we also have combination o kaya naman po permutation. Okay? So, ayan. So, suppose an experiment has a non-empty sample space S with finitely many sample points. So, ibig sabihin nun, kaya nating makuha yung dami or yung cardinality ng ating sample space, each of which is equally likely, that is, each has the same chance of being the result of an experiment. Yun naman po lagi yung assumption natin na equal po yung chances na makukuha natin yung mga sample points na yun. Okay? So for any event A, its probability is just equal to this formula. So ito po yung ginamit natin kanina sa review. So the cardinality of A, so ibig sabihin nun yung dami or laman ng ating set A over yung cardinality ng ating sample space or yung laman or dami noong ating sample space. Okay? So ganun po natin kino-compute yung probability ng ating event A. So moving on, counting techniques. Permutations, combinations, and counting principles, that's addition and multiplication, can be used to determine the cardinality of your event A and your sample space. Okay? So, tatandaan lang po natin, if you have or if you are asked to find the probability of an empty set or a null set, alam po natin that the answer is equal to 0. Okay, kasi null set, wala namang laman yon, so your numerator will be equal to 0. So, the probability of that is 0. Okay? And then if you're asked to get the probability of your sample space, so ito po yung kabuuan. So, the probability of that is equal to 1. Okay? Kasi for certain, mangyayari yung event na iyon kasi sample space yon. Okay? So, ang atin pong probability, para din po hindi kayo nalilito, dapat po ang probability natin lagi ay nag-range lang from 0 to 1. Okay, so 0 kapag null set, probability of a null set or empty set. 1 kapag probability ng sample space natin or for certain mangyayari yung event na iyon. Okay, so lahat ng nasa pagitan nila, yun pa yung other probabilities na pwede nating ma-compute. Okay? So let's have examples kung paano natin gagamitin yung mga counting techniques na alam natin para po malaman yung cardinality ng ating event A at event S to find the probability. Okay, so the grade 10 board officers of a school consist of 4 girls and 5 boys. A committee of 5 officers is to be formed from them. Okay, so yun yung situation natin. Meron tayong 4 girls and 5 boys doon sa ating board officers. Pero gagawa lang daw tayo ng committee na meron daw 5 officers. Okay? So yung first na pinapahanap sa atin is the probability that the committee has exactly 2 girls. Okay? So kung maaalala nyo, parang meron tayong mga examples na ganito, 'di ba? Doon sa counting techniques natin. So gamitin natin 'yon para po malaman yung probability natin. Okay? So unang-una sa lahat, sabi ko, pinakamadali yung pagkuha ng ating denominator or the cardinality of your sample space. Okay? So, ang cardinality ng sample space natin is yung walang restriction dito sa problem natin. Okay? So, kailangan mong makabuo ng committee with 5 officers from 4 girls and 5 boys. Okay? So, mula doon, since wala naman tayong mga positions na pinag-uusapan, it's just a committee of 5 officers. So, we're going to use combination. Okay? So, ilan lahat ang pamimilian? Meron tayong 9 na pamimilian. Tapos, ilan lahat yung pipilian natin? Ang kailangan lang po natin ay 5 officers. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, yung sample space natin is a combination of 9 taken 5. 9 silang pamimilian, 5 lang na officers ang kailangan natin. Combination kasi, hindi naman sinabi doon na kailangan mo pa ng president, vice president, and so on and so forth. Kailangan mo lang ng committee na merong 5 officers. Okay? And then, punta na tayo sa ating numerator. This is the cardinality of your event A. So, ang event A mo, etong tinatanong dito. So, the committee has exactly 2 girls. Okay? So, dalawa daw dapat yung babae. So, katulad ng ginawa natin dati, meron po tayong 4 girls para dito. So, we have combination of 4. Dapat daw exactly 2. So, dalawa lang yung kukunin ko doon. Okay? And syempre, hindi pa buo yung 5 natin, di ba? So, ito ay isasama ko sa combination ng yung lalaki naman ang kukunin natin. So, we have 5 boys at ang kailangan pa natin ay 3. Okay? So, yung numerator natin is the combination of 4 taken 2 para po doon sa pagpili natin ng exactly 2 girls times the combination of 5 taken 3 para naman po doon sa natitira pa nating 3 officers na lalaki. Okay? So, kung may question kayo dyan, pwede nyo akong i-chat, i-message sa Edmodo, o kaya naman po ay sagutin natin sa ating webinar. Okay? So, proceed tayo sa ating second example. Yan pa rin po yung ating problem. Okay? So, this time, find the probability that the officers Lilia and Dolph are selected. Okay, so dapat daw sure na tayo na si Lilia at saka si Dolph kasama na po sila doon sa pagpipili at kasama na po talaga sila doon sa ating committee. Okay? So kung kasama na sa committee si Lilia at saka si Dolph, 3 na lang po yung kailangan natin. Okay? So since ito pa rin naman yung experiment natin, so hindi po mababago yung ating sample space. So the denominator is the combination of 9 taken 5. Okay? Pero this time, eto na yung event natin. Dapat kasama na si Lilia at si Dolph doon. So, ibig sabihin nun, mula doon sa hindi na sila siyam. Mula doon sa 7, kasi natanggal na si Lilia at si Dolph, 3 na lamang po ang kailangan nating kuhanin na officers or part ng ating committee. Okay, so sana clear po yon. Ito pa rin yung denominator natin, the sample space, kasi ito pa rin naman yung experiment na given. Nagbago lang tayo ng pinapahanap na probability. This time, the probability that the officers, Lilia and Dolph, are selected. So sure ka na nakasama si Lilia at si Dolph. So tinanggal ko na sila sa 9. Tapos, 3 na lang po na committee members yung kailangan natin. Kaya po, combination of 7 taken 3. Okay? Question or any clarifications, pwede po nating sagutin sa ating webinar or message na lang po ako. Sa mga nagtatanong po, Miss, sabi niyo po dapat po fraction yung sagot. So, sinet up ko lang naman siya. Okay? So, kapag sinimplify po natin ito, so kaya naman natin isimplify ito using your calculators. So, ito po ay equal lang sa 10 over 21. Tapos, ito naman po ay equal naman siya sa 5 over 18. Okay? So, pwede po nating i-compute yon. I-try nyo i-compute sa calcu ninyo kung parehas lang po yung lalabas. Okay? Ngayon, move on naman tayo doon sa paggamit natin ng unions and complements or yung ating mga operations sa ating events. Okay? So the probability of the union of two mutually exclusive events from the same experiment, A and B, is given by this formula. Okay? So kapag meron daw tayong mutually exclusive or wala silang common na elements or common na sample points, so the probability of A union B ay equal lang sa probability ng A plus the probability of B. Okay, so kapag wala silang common na event, na sample points, kailangan mo lang kuhanin yung probability ng A, tapos i-add mo siya doon sa probability ng ating B. Okay, so these are the examples. A chip is drawn from an urn containing 4 distinct red chips, 5 distinct blue chips, and 6 distinct green chips. Find the probability that a red or blue chip is drawn. Okay, so sabi dyan, kapag nakakita po tayo ng connector natin na OR, sure po tayo na union po ang kinukuha doon. Okay, kasi kapag OR, ibig sabihin pwedeng nandito or pwedeng nandun sa kabila. Okay, so sabi natin, mutually exclusive yung ating mga events. So yung pagkuha ng red chip at saka ng blue chip, they are mutually exclusive. Okay? Wala naman pong kalahati red, kalahati ay blue na naka-indicate dun sa problem natin. So they are mutually exclusive. Okay? So ibig sabihin nun, I can use the probability of A union B. So kahit alin yung A at saka B nyo. So that's equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B. Okay? So gawin natin ang A natin ay yung probability ng pagkuha ng red, ang B naman syempre yung probability ng makakuha tayo ng blue. Okay? So unang-una sa lahat, to get the probability of A, yung total muna kailangan nating makuha. So meron tayong 4 plus 5 plus 6, so equal lang po yon sa 15. Okay? So syempre, ito rin, 15 ang denominator kasi same experiment naman sila. And then, dun tayo sa probability na makakuha tayo ng red, 4 lang po yung red, so we have 4 over 15. Tapos dito naman sa isa, ilan naman po yung blue, meron tayong 5 na blue. Okay? So the probability of A is 4 over 15, i-add natin sa probability ng B, which is 5 over 15. Okay? So wala namang problema kasi similar fraction sila. So we have 9 over 15 when simplified is equal to 3 over 5. And that will be our final answer for this problem. Any question po or clarifications? Message nyo lang po sa akin. So, punta tayo sa another example. So, this time, find the probability that a card drawn from a deck of cards is a king or a queen or a jack. Okay, so obviously, meron tayong tatlong events dito. They are mutually exclusive kasi king, yung isa queen, yung isa jack. Wala naman po silang intersection or wala silang common sa isa't isa. Okay po? So, we can use yung ating formula kanina. So, this time, i-extend lang po natin into 3. So, halimbawa, king, union, queen, union, jack. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, kunin mo yung probability na king, yung makukuha mo. Tapos, i-add mo sa probability na queen siya. Tapos, probability na jack yung makukuha natin. Okay? So, obviously, lahat ng yan, kasi ang experiment natin ay choosing a card from a standard deck of cards, 52 lahat, yung denominator natin. So kapag probability na king yung makukuha natin, 4 po ang king, 4 din ang queen, 4 din po ang jack. So adding all of them will give us 12 over 52. Kapag po sinimplify natin yan, so the common is 4. So magkakaroon lang tayo ng 3 over 13. Okay? So, let's move on this time. Paano daw kapag yung probability ng union of the two events from the same experiment? Okay? So, this time, hindi na naka-indicate na mutually exclusive silang dalawa. So, ibig sabihin, pwede po silang merong common na sample points. Okay? So, the probability of A union B ay equal lang po sa probability ng A plus the probability of B minus yung probability ng intersection nung dalawang events na yon. Okay? So, syempre, kailangan nating tanggalin yung intersection nila kasi magdodoble na siya kung silang dalawa ay hindi po mutually exclusive. Kasi, nabilang na natin yung sa A, tapos bibilangin din natin sa B. So, madodoble po yun. Kaya, kailangan nating isubtract yung intersection nung dalawa. Okay? So, eto, mangyayari lang po itong formula na to kapag po hindi mutually exclusive yung ating dalawang events. Okay? So, malalaman nyo naman po kung mutually exclusive sila or hindi. So, let's have some examples. So, this time, ang given sa akin is a card is drawn from a standard deck of cards. Find the probability that this card is a heart or a face card. Okay, so obviously, kung heart yan or face card, meron po silang intersection kasi may face card po na heart. Okay, so kahit hindi naka-indicate na mutually exclusive or not, alam mo na sila po ay may intersection. So kailangan mong gamitin yung pinakita nating formula kanina lang. Okay, so using that formula, magkakaroon lang tayo ng probability ng heart union with face card. So you're going to get the probability na heart siya plus the probability na face card siya. Pero isa-subtract mo yung intersection noong dalawa. Okay? So, ang probability na heart, syempre 52 ang denominator. Ilan ba yung heart natin? 13 po lahat yung heart cards. And then, probability na face card siya. So, meron tayong tatlong face cards, king, queen, and jack. 4 na suits. So, 4 times 3, meron tayong 12. Pero, isusubtract natin yung probability ng intersection ng dalawa. So, again, 52 pa rin yan. Tapos, ilan ba yung heart na face card? So, meron tayong jack, king, and queen. Tatlo po yun. So, isusubtract natin yung 3 over 52. Okay? So, 13 plus 12 is 25 minus 3. So, equal lang po yun sa 22 over 52. And don't forget to simplify your final answer. So, we're going to have 11 over 26. So, dinivide ko lang sila by 2 parehas. Okay? Let's have another example. So, an urn contains 4 red chips numbered 1 to 4 and 6 blue chips numbered 1 to 6. Okay? So, kung makikita nyo, may yung kanina, colors lang. So, wala talagang parehas doon. Pero this time, yung mga chips natin, nilagyan na rin natin ng numbers. Okay? So, a chip is drawn from the urn. Find the probability that it is red or has an even number. Okay? So, yung red, alam mo na may even number doon kasi nilagyan mo yun ng numbers 1 to 4. Okay? So, may intersection uli sila, kaya gagamitin natin yung ating pangalawang formula. So, let's use probability ng red, union with even. So, That's probability ng red plus the probability na even yung makuha natin minus yung intersection po nung dalawa. Okay? So, una, probability na red yan. So, lahat po yan 4 plus 6. So, 10 po ang denominator natin. And then, yung red po ay 4. Tapos, probability na even. So, dito 1 to 4. So, I have 2 and 4. Dito 1 to 6. I have 2, 4, 6. So, I have 5 over 10. Okay? And then, subtract natin yung intersection ng red at saka even. Okay? So, ilan bang red ang even? So, we have 2 and 4. So, that's 2 over 10. Okay? So, hindi po nababago yung denominator natin kasi parehas lang po yung experiment na ginagawa natin. So, our final answer would be 4 plus 5 is 9 minus 2 ay equal lamang po sa 7 over 10. Okay? Any question or clarifications? Welcome sa webinar or send me a private message. So, proceed tayo dun sa last part natin. So, this time, let's talk about yung complements naman. So, the probability of the complement of an event A is given by, so alam natin at yung notation natin sa complement of your event A. So, probability of A complement is equal to 1 minus the probability of A. Okay? So, kung alam mo naman kung ano yung probability ng A, kasi baka mas madaling i-compute yon. Okay? So, pwede mong gamitin na 1 minus P of A na lang po. Okay? So, ano ba yung sinasabi ko? Ito po yung ilan sa examples. So, a die is rolled twice. So, dalawang beses po natin i-roll yung die natin. Isang die lang yon. Find the probability of the following. So, kapag nag-roll tayo ng isang die, tapos dalawang beses, so ibig sabihin nun, ang ating sample space ay 36, diba? So, 6 sa unang roll, 6 ulit sa pangalawa. By multiplication counting principle, 6 times 6 is 36. Okay? Tapos, mula doon, sa unang roll at sa pangalawang roll, dapat daw kuhanin natin yung sum. Okay? So, ilan daw doon ang sum ay greater than 10. Okay? Greater than 10. So, it's either 11 or 12. Kasi 12 naman yung pinakamataas na sum natin. So, it's either you have 5, 6, 6, 5, or 6, 6. So, meron tayong 3. Okay? So, the probability of the sum is greater than 10 ay equal lang sa 3 over 36 when simplified is 1 over 12. Okay? And then, punta tayo ngayon sa number 2. So, this time, you are asked to find the probability that the sum is less than or equal to 10. Okay? Now, kung mapapansin nyo, yung number 2 or yung event 2 natin is actually the complement of your event 1. Okay? Kasi ang 1, strictly greater than 10. Okay? So, ang event 2 natin, lahat daw ng mas mababa sa 10 or equal to 10. Okay? So, 10 at pababa, yun yung nasa event 2 natin. So, actually, that's the complement of your event 1. So, dahil complement lang naman yan, pwede kong gamitin yung formula natin. So, I have 1 minus yung probability ng event 1 natin. Okay? So, that's equal to, para mas madali, yung 1, gagawin ko siyang 12 over 12. Okay? Para kung ano yung denominator, yun na yung gamitin natin para mas madaling mag-subtract. Okay? So, magkakaroon lamang po tayo ng 11 over 12 as our final answer. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi ko na mas madali na kuhanin mo na yung probability ng event A natin para pag tinanong yung complement niya, madali mong makukuha. Kasi kapag inisa-isa ko pa to, kailangan kong isulat yung lahat ng laman ng sample space natin. At ilan doon ang sum ay less than or equal to 10, medyo matatagalan ako. Okay, so I can use the formula 1 minus the probability of A. Okay, so tatanong nyo, Miss, bakit 1 po? 1 kasi yung certain or yung probability ng sample space natin. 'Di ba? May property tayo that the union of the event A and its complement is equal to the sample space. So the sample space minus event A is the complement of that event A. Okay? So let's have another example. So this time, a card is drawn from a standard deck. Find the probability that it is not a spade. Okay? So, syempre, masasabi nyo, Miss, mas madali kung actually, ito madali kahit alin. Okay? Pero kapag ginamit natin yung formula na 1 minus A para makuha to. Okay? So, pag kinuha natin yung probability na spade siya, ilan lang ba yung spade lahat? We have 13 over 52. Okay? Kasi yun yung number ng cards sa standard deck. So, kapag sinimplify natin yan, that's 1/4. Pero ang tinatanong is not spade. So, we're actually getting the complement of that. Okay? So, I can use 1 minus the probability of this. So, minus 1/4. So, our answer is 3/4. Okay? Any question or clarification, you may ask po sa messenger or via Edmodo message or hintayin natin yung ating webinar on Friday.